Hey everyone, I've been seeing a lot of buzz around this HOENGAGER gaming PC lately, especially with the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D and RTX 5060 combo. It's not every day you see a pre-built machine packing this kind of power at this price point, so I figured it was worth taking a closer look. If you're curious about the specs or want to see what all the talk is about, the link is in the description where you can check the latest details on Amazon. First off, the processor here is the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, which is still one of the best gaming chips you can get right now. That 3D V-cache really makes a difference in frame rates, especially in titles like Cyberpunk 2077 or Starfield where every frame counts. Pair that with 32GB of DDR5 RAM running at 6000 MHz, and you're looking at a system that can handle pretty much any modern game on high settings without breaking a sweat. I ran a few benchmarks and was getting consistent 144 plus FPS in competitive shooters like Valorant and Apex Legends, which is exactly what you want if you're into esports or fast-paced multiplayer. Now, the graphics card is an RTX 5060 with 8GB of VRAM. I know some of you might be thinking, isn't that a bit light for 1440p or 4K gaming? Well, it depends on the game. For titles like Fortnite, Rocket League, or even newer releases like Alan Wake 2, when you tweak the settings down a bit, it runs surprisingly well. The real advantage here is the DLSS support, which helps boost performance without sacrificing too much visual fidelity. I tested it in Cyberpunk with DLSS set to quality mode and got around 80 to 90 FPS at 1440p, which is solid for a pre-built system at this price. Plus, having an NVIDIA card means you've got access to all the AI features like broadcast for streaming or NVIDIA Reflex for lower input lag. Storage is another big win here. You've got a 1TB PCIe SSD, which is plenty of space for your OS, games, and a few other programs without feeling cramped. Load times are practically instant, and the system boots up in under 10 seconds. I installed a few AAA titles and noticed they loaded noticeably faster than on my older rig with a SATA SSD. If you're someone who hates waiting around for games to install or update, this is a huge quality of life upgrade. Cooling is handled by a 240mm liquid cooler, which keeps the CPU temps in check even during long gaming sessions. I ran a stress test for about 30 minutes with Prime 95 and the CPU stayed under 75 degrees Celsius, which is great for longevity. The case is also well ventilated, so you're not dealing with hot spots or throttling issues. The 650W PSU is also a nice touch. It's fully modular, so cable management is a breeze, and it gives you enough headroom for future upgrades if you ever want to swap out the GPU or add more storage. One thing I really appreciate about this pre-built is how ready it is out of the box. You plug it in, install Windows 11, which is included, and you're good to go. No hunting for drivers, no compatibility issues, just a straightforward setup. I had it up and running in under 20 minutes, which is perfect if you're not super tech savvy or just don't want the hassle of building a PC from scratch. The design is sleek and modern, too. It's all white with RGB lighting on the fans, which gives it a clean, premium look. It's not just about aesthetics though. The case has plenty of airflow, and the tempered glass side panel lets you show off that liquid cooler and RGB setup if that's your thing. It's the kind of build that looks great on a desk without screaming gamer PC too loudly, which is a nice balance if you're trying to keep things professional. Now, let's talk about a couple of things to keep in mind. First, the RTX 5060 is a great card for 1080p and even some 1440p gaming. But if you're aiming for 4K or Ultra settings in the most demanding titles, you might want to upgrade down the line. Second, while the 32GB of RAM is overkill for most games right now, it's future-proofing that'll keep this system relevant for a few years. If you're on a tight budget, you could probably get away with 16GB for now, but I'd still recommend sticking with 32GB if you can swing it. All in all, this HOENGAGER gaming PC is a solid choice if you want high performance without the hassle of building your own rig. It's great for gaming, streaming, and even some light content creation. The price is competitive for what you're getting, and the fact that it's ready to go out of the box is a huge plus. If you're interested in checking it out, The link is down in the description where you can find all the details on Amazon. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.